Depending on who you asked, Paul had a reputation as thief, liar, and killer. He lived fast, feared nothing, and trusted no one, until he met Jason. Jason was quiet. Strange. People in town called him the Clocktower Prophet because of the bizarre predictions he made, most of which came terrifyingly true. One rainy evening, Paul crossed paths with Jason outside an old diner. Jason stared at him for a moment too long. "You're Paul, aren't you?" he said. "Tonight's your last night." Paul laughed. "You some kind of fortune cookie?" But Jason didn't smile. "You'll hear 3 knocks before it happens, and when you see the girl, it's already too late." Paul scoffed, tossed some coins at him, and walked off. At midnight, back at his hideout, Paul tried to forget the encounter, but as the clock struck 12:01, he heard it. Knock. Just the wind, he told himself. Then again. Knock. He stood still, heart racing. No one knew this place. No one could find him. A third knock. Knock. It was slow and the final knock on the window. He turned, and there she was. A little girl in a red dress, staring through the glass. She was soaking wet and barefoot. She didn't blink. She didn't move. "You lost?" he asked, stepping closer. She raised her hand and pointed behind him. Paul spun around. No one was there. When he looked back, the girl was inside the room. Paul stumbled back. The lights behaved abnormally. The air turned ice cold. "Who are you?" he barked. The girl tilted her head. "I'm what you left behind." She stepped closer. Her eyes turned black. Her shadow stretched across the room like smoke. Paul backed into the wall, hands shaking. "This ain't real." "You took from others, stole years from lives," she whispered. "Tonight, they take yours." She opened her mouth, and Paul heard every scream from every victim he'd silenced. The next morning, the police arrived at the hideout, tipped off by an anonymous message. They found Paul's body. Paul's head was missing, as if it was eaten by an animal. No signs of struggle were found, just a strange red dress draped over his chest. Jason stood among the onlookers, watching quietly. He looked at his watch. "Right on time,"